Hey y'all, welcome back to Nini's Texas Kitchen. So sorry we haven't been here for a few weeks making videos. We've just had a whole lot of stuff going on and we haven't had an opportunity to do it. But we're back today, and today we're going to make something called Tater-Tot Casserole, but we're going to make it a little different with our own little twist. So for this particular recipe, you need to preheat your oven to 350, which I've got going right now. And then you're going to need 1 pound of lean hamburger ground beef, and that's what I've got here. You'll need 1 can of cream of mushroom soup, 1 packet out of a French onion soup mix packets. They sell them in little boxes, and there's 2 packets in there. You need 1 of those. You'll need, for the way I'm doing it, you'll need a couple of tablespoons of butter that you just melted, and I just did it in the microwave for like 20 seconds. And then you'll need some shredded cheddar cheese. And then for our potatoes, instead of tater tots, we're going to use hash browns that I have thawed out, and I've drained them on paper towels so that they're mostly dry, so I don't have excess water getting into my casserole. If you want to use tater tots instead, you don't have to do that. You can just lay your tater tots in rows on top of there. So I have a 9 by 13 inch glass pan here, and I have sprayed it with some nonstick cooking spray, and that is because I don't want any of my cheese or potato bits or whatever to get stuck on the side later when I'm ready to clean the pan up. So you take the hamburger meat as is. If you want to season it up, you can, but I just like to do it like it is, and I just spread it out in the bottom of my dish like so. And when you use the lean beef, it's not gonna shrink as much as it would if you used the 80%. So this is like 96% lean or something like that, so it's really lean. That's what we like to eat, it's the really lean. So you just spread it out like that. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick so I can touch everything else, so give me a second. So you take it like that. Now we're going to put our cream of mushroom soup over it. Now I can use this spoon. So just spoon it over the beef like so. And then just use the back of your spoon to spread it out in a nice even layer all across the top. If you want to use cream of chicken, you can, but the recipe usually uses cream of mushroom. Of course, you can use cream of celery, you know, but cream of mushroom to me is just the best one for this particular recipe, but you use the one that you prefer. All right. Now that we have that spread out, now we'll take our onion soup mix packet that I've opened, and you just sprinkle it all across the top. There's onions and seasonings and all that stuff in there. Just want to make sure you go evenly over everything. All right, now take your dried and thawed hash browns and just spread those out evenly over the top of all of that. And this is about like 1 10-ounce package worth of the frozen hash browns that I have thawed and drained on paper towels and pressed them with another paper towel to make them nice and dry. All right. Now, take your butter and just sort of drizzle it over the top of the hash browns. And this will just help them to get more crispy and browner in some spots while you bake it. And now our oven is preheated to 350. So now we're just gonna take it like this. And no, I didn't put salt and pepper or anything on it. because that onion soup mix package has salt and stuff in it. So it's better to do it like this, and then later when you're eating it, if you want a little bit more salt or pepper, you can add it while it's on the plate. So now we stick it in here for about 30 to 35 minutes at 350. And then whenever it goes off around 30 minutes, that's when we'll sprinkle the shredded cheddar cheese all over the top, and then bake it for another 5 minutes just to let the cheese get nice and gooey and melty on the top. So once we're ready to do the cheese part, we'll come back and show you. All right, y'all, we're back and our tater-tot casserole is done. So I just wanted to let y'all know that if you wanted to make it with tater tots, you just take tater tots out of the package and you just line them up on here, and you don't need the butter if you do that. If you're going to use, you can also use mashed potatoes. If you have like some leftover mashed potatoes and you just make a thin layer over the top, and you don't need butter on the top of it either. It's just for the hash browns if you're going to do it this way. So that being said, let's cut into it and try it out. It makes a nice, yummy casserole. All right, let's give it a try. That's perfect, and it doesn't need any extra salt. So if you like my video making quick and easy homemade tater tot casserole, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Go and share my video with others. Please watch my other videos, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see y'all next time in Nini's Texas Kitchen.